Hi, I'm Mr. Smith and I've been the teacher working with the students in TKS this year in 10C. It's been a fantastic year, but what is TKS? Well, the students are going to tell you and they're going to tell you about their experiences. To give a brief overview, TKS is an extracurricular program where the students meet every week with other students from around the world, led by a TKS coach. They discuss the world's biggest problems and how new technology can solve these problems. They get hands-on with examples of new technology, with AI, gene editing, blockchain, everything you can think of. They research it, they do activities in the sessions, and then they carry out their own projects to see how these technologies can solve real-world problems. They also learn really valuable skills, mindsets each week, which hopefully have shaped them into more prepared people for the future. It's been a really interesting year. They've done a really great job, and I hope they can share some of that with you in this short video. Thank you, enjoy.
TKS, you've heard all about it by now, so I'm not going to try and waste your time trying to explain to you what it is. Rather, my interpretation of things. To me, TKS is a program for fortunate teenagers who are eager to shape the future of humankind. The program itself doesn't create the learning material it gives you, like say scientific videos and technological articles that it handpicks from the internet. No, it gives them to you and then it leaves you there to figure it out. You're not a baby anymore, so it's not going to hold your hand and tell you, oh, you need to do this, this, and that. No, the one thing that it's going to teach you is to be independent. You're going to have to hustle things yourself. The mindset that impacted me the most is bias for action, which basically just means a preference for action over inaction. I think many people don't realize that they can just sit down and do the thing that they've been wanting to, whether that be a school assignment or a passion project. The gratifying feeling that comes with completing a task that you've been meaning to is not spoken about enough, and we don't realize that we have free will. Guys, it's there for a reason. Use it. Creative thinking. TKS is all about tech and science, which is arguably not my strong suit, so I had to find a way to connect those topics to ones I liked, say art. Speaking of, I'm an artistically creative person, but TKS helped me open my eyes and realize that creativity can not only be applied to the arts, but also to technology and science, as can be seen with my second replicate or my Vine robot. Speaking of, here's my Vine robot. A Vine robot is basically the thing you see in this little image right here. It's just a very long tube of thin plastic that you fold in on itself and you control its movements due to air pressure, and it can do really cool things like it's putting out a fire. Isn't that great? So basically, since I am but a mere teenage girl and I do not have the proper funds to buy professional materials to build a professional Vine robot, I had to go around my house and pick up just typical household items that you would find around and build a functioning robot. Being creative means you can think about a task or a problem in a new or different way, which is what creativity is all about, and it applies to my situation perfectly. In the challenges, they give you a bunch of companies, and these companies have their problem statements. What you and your team have to do is find a solution to these problem statements. The three companies that we had to choose from were World Economic Forum, Microsoft, and TikTok. These are their problem statements. Microsoft wanted to continue developing AI and building microchips in a sustainable way. World Economic Forum wanted to make students aware of events happening worldwide that can impact everyone, and TikTok wanted to be a more favorable platform for educational content creators. My team chose TikTok, obviously, because we are young and we are interested in content creation, and it was the most appealing to us. This is TikTok's problem statement with a bit more context. How can we make TikTok an appealing platform for educational content creators to join? Basically, if you're walking down the street and you stop someone and you ask them, what's TikTok? They did not want to be known as, oh, isn't the app with like the cat and dancing and lip syncing videos? No, they wanted to be professional. They wanted to be the real deal. My team and I focused on promoting educational content, but how TikTok pays its creators, basically the whole monetizing aspect of things. And so we realized that depending on your geographical location, it can be more difficult or harder for you and more easy to start monetizing and making money from your videos. For example, in the USA, we found out that it was very easy for you to start making money from your content. But because of a creator that we spoke to, mentioned in Elena's presentation, we found out that in places like South America, it was very difficult for them to start making money. So this is the solution that we proposed to them. It was a plan for having a pilot program in Ecuador where they could collaborate with local creators and change their monetization system. Because how an app pays its creators is the main factor that impacts their decision to stay or to leave. My closing thoughts. TKS was something new and unfamiliar to us, and sometimes even intimidating. And yeah, it was difficult for us to get through certain assignments or stages of the program. But it is true that TKS has taught us things that we would have not learned otherwise, or maybe we would have learned them, but in many years and through experience. So while that is an unfair advantage, it is a good one to have nonetheless. Thank you.